Red Dirt Rooster Road.
I was wondering, I was like,
He never really was.
Hi everybody.
I don't talk much.
This is Moni and Michelle here with Red Dirt Rooster Road, and we are at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous here in McAlester, Oklahoma.
Any chance I get to get out from under that?
I'm not worried about anything being special
it's, for me, it's just getting comfortable.
yeah, getting comfortable.
Yeah, well, we have all this gear on.
I know.
So it's like,
See, these things are supposed to be comfortable, but those ribs underneath there, they just dig right in. So I kind of shoulder pad up. Maybe I ought to get into
That
it.
needs a big shoulder pad on it. Yeah.
It needs
We don't
something
have
like
any
that.
fancy mics, so
oh, we're okay.
we do.
We'll make do with it.
Look on it. Repeat. No.
Oh, that's fine. We'll be
Okay,
together.
a little technical difficulties. We were just talking about how Ryan doesn't normally carry the rig.
Nope.
But Keith does. And if you don't know, this is Keith right there. That's Ryan.
Hi, guys.
And so
They are brothers. And we
they're
are brothers.
brothers. Yes. Okay, tell us a little bit. I know you've got the channel,
Right.
Farm2Table Direct Show. And how did you guys get started with this? And what do you do?
Okay, well, we'll probably tag team on this a little
Okay.
bit. But it is the farm, the number 2 table, much like it is on the shirt right there.
Yep, there you go, people.
So make sure you get the number 2, because if you don't type the number 2, then
You
I
won't
can't
get 'em.
promise where you're going. It could be dangerous. But anyway, no, we got started about 2.5 years ago, about a little over 2.5 years ago. We talked for years about politics and all kinds of different stuff on the phone as I was on the road traveling, he was overseas. And when everything happened in 2020,
Yes.
we just kind of felt like we had a need to raise our voice and to say something about what we saw going on. And so we said, you know what, let's just take our conversations and put them in front of a camera or behind a microphone and start doing that. And that's what we did for probably the first 5-6 months. And then we kind of ran into the homestead community and found people that were doing what we were talking about, that were living the solution. And so we found our people. And,
Yes.
they were gracious and welcomed us in, and so that's what we've been doing since, as providing that coverage and shining the spotlight on the homestead community. And I'll let my brother kind of pick up a little bit about what that's been with what we do now as the Farm2Table Direct Show.
So we started with our why, and of course our why is, as my brother said, is the things we've seen going on in the world, especially when you follow politics and the things that's going on there. And I mean, we started back with goodness, Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, yeah,
way
back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we watched him, Glenn Beck and several other people,
Still
and
do.
just about anybody that you guys can think of
Yeah.
that talk politics, we've kind of paid attention. So we paid attention in class, if you will, every day.
Yep.
I know that at work, whenever I had the ability, I always had something going so that I could, keep up with what's going on in the world. And of course, we had at our dinner tables, for those who weren't political that sat down with us, we're boring.
Yeah.
That's what they say. And of course, we say they're boring because they have no idea what's going on in the world.
Oh, I know. And
so-
that's so scary and sad.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we come from a family of conversationalists and
Yes.
talkers,
Yeah.
and so if you had to learn to get your piece in and get it in quickly, or you might miss your time and opportunity. So we learned how to be vocal with what we were doing and opinionated and share it. And we didn't all agree in the same house, I promise, but it was okay. But it did kind of set the ground, what he's talking about, set the groundwork for us and where we were at, being alert and aware of what's going on. And so, as we began the Farm2Table Direct Show, our purpose, what we do, expert interviews. We are not experts in homesteading, in how to garden, how to raise an animal, although we're a little more versed in chickens and goats than we were when we started the weekend.
Especially today.
Especially,
yes.
But
Why would that be? Why would that be?
well, that's because Keith got to do a little bit of hands-on processing a chicken, and also doing some work with goats yesterday, and so we had a little more hands-on with that. But so that's kind of one of those things that you get to do a little more hands-on. And but yeah, no, we're not experts, and we don't claim to be experts. We just put the highlight and the spotlight on the experts so they can tell us how to do or what their opinion of how to do is, and we like to highlight that. And then we also like to promote and highlight events like the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous here in McAllister. And putting, the more events like that we can promote and we can provide coverage for, the more people know about it. The more we can get that word out, which helps us grow, helps the community grow, helps other channels grow. And so that's really kind of what we've moved into now. Now we also try to get into, we'll do like docu-series type of stuff where we focus, hyper focus on a particular homestead or a particular subject. We've done everything from talking to meat processors, talking to all the people in the homestead, aquaponics, just a little bit of everything. And that we've done, and we've learned so much through it. But most importantly, we've made a lot of friends, a lot of connections. We've grown within a community and become part of that, and that's all we want to do is help that community grow.
Yeah.
So.
And I was going to say too, to all the viewers, that if you want to, you can just look through your archives of your videos and stuff on the different channels or the different that you have interviewed and talked to. So there's a lot of people out there. Absolutely.
We've got a lot of interviews, particularly, as we've gone through Expo Rendezvous season.
Yes.
A lot of spot stuff, and people actually in the process of teaching, which was nice. But yeah, there is an archive. There's a lot of interviews. And if you really are interested in the why, you can go back on some of our earlier videos and get a lot of the why. Get us sitting down and hearing our opinions and hearing what we were talking about, and then watch the transition into the doing and the who and the solutions. So, definitely a lot of interviews there. Both, especially getting ready for this, we did a lot of speaker series where you come in, and those were anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half long, just really getting into a person of what their channel's about. Because for us, it's not about us. It is about the community, and it is about the other channels, the other homesteaders, and building that community just to help out.
Yeah, but the community it's such a value to them to have you guys out here doing what you're doing, because it is spreading the word to people who are just now looking into homesteading, or as they see things changing in the world or whatever. It's good that you guys are out here actually shining a light on people that are actually just out here living life and doing
well. And that is our, our numbers goals is not for us, it is so that it reaches more people.
Right.
And so when we talk about growing our channel or talking about sharing and liking, it's not for us, it is for the voice to get out there, because essentially at the end of the day we want to be able to be an information hub of where people can come to learn about homesteading or who they need to reach out to in the homesteading world.
I just want to double back just a little bit and kind of dig a little bit into his personality versus my personality.
Sure.
Because maybe people ask about that, but Ryan's an extrovert, and if I would have asked you which one is the introvert and the extrovert, I don't think it would have been hard to determine that. So when I got into it, it definitely wasn't because I'm an introvert. It definitely wasn't my comfort spot, right? But it was just that the need and our why was so great, we couldn't stand around or sit around and just say nothing about what was seen going on. And we just loved the homestead community. When we seen it, it was like that light bulb moment. I said, this is the group of people. That's the solution right here. I want to get behind them, and I want to push them as fast and as hard as we possibly can. So a lot of our effort goes into that. And I never really aspired to be a social media person at all. So, but here we are.
And I will say, and what he's talking about there, if you're out there and you're watching this and you're thinking about it, just hit record and go.
And don't wait 3 months or 6 months.
Don't think about it. Because the more you think about it, the less likely you are to do it. And you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to get it all right all the time. You achieve to get better, and that's our goal, is every episode or every event to get just a little bit better, to gain time. But just hit record and just go. But it is, and age doesn't matter. Because if you would have told me 2 years ago that this is what we were going to be doing,
Yeah.
no way.
No way.
No way. You know, and here we are.
We're with you.
know,
Yes.
and you know, if you'd have told me at the age that we are, that we would have been learning all this tech stuff and how to work all this equipment and how to do
Yeah.
all this stuff, again, nah, I'm not there. But now when he said, hey, you get a chance to talk, okay,
Yeah.
you got me. But, which I am. My wife calls me the word nerd. So it's, so you know,
I like to store that away.
Oh man, we're needed at some time.
there you go. But no, it's just I always, you know,
Yeah.
people have that daily word limit. I exceed that
Yeah.
pretty much any day of the week.
Yeah,
But,
I would like to just take a little opportunity to anybody out there within earshot of us. You know, if you guys got something, especially good stories on homesteads,
Oh, yeah.
we love good stories. We're about to build our calendar starting in October, so we're now actively seeking, you know,
Wonderful.
good content, interesting homestead stories, and anything that's to do with that, and especially, you know, if you guys are either not yet started or how you plan to go, people who've already started in an urban, if you are already a rural homesteader, any of those things, you know, if you've got something to share with the world, you know, we want to help you to the best of our ability to get your message out.
So you can reach out to us. Of course, we're on Facebook, we're on X, and we're on YouTube, which we're broadcast. But you can reach us at Farm2Table Direct at protonmail.com. That's our email address. You can shoot that out. That is the farm. That's not the. Okay, it goes to do our show. Farm2Table Direct at protonmail.com. Or again, you can find us at the Farm2Table Direct Show on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Just drop a comment, send a line to us, and
all that information will be on your page also, your YouTube page.
It is all out there on the pages. All the contact information down in the descriptions and all that stuff are all there, so you can reach a hold of us. All the email addresses, all that stuff is there.
Yep.
So yeah, reach out if you got an interesting story or if you just want to say hi. Yeah, we're always looking for it.
Hey, if you see us out here, if you just happen to come by,
see
or
the shirts.
any other type of event that you come
Up, say hi.
you know, just shout out and say, keep it local.
Keep it local.
Yeah, we'll look around.
Or
We're
stronger
We're stronger together.
Yes, this is wonderful. Well, here we go. Jump in, Monty. Oh, sorry. Flip it.
Hey, here we are.
There we go.
Hey.
Get in there, Lonnie.
We are. The mic is here. There we
great.
go. Well, thank you guys. So we wanted you guys to meet them and see what they're doing. They're running around all over back here, and we just thought, how cool would it be to get their view and their take?
And
So-
they brew a great cup of coffee too.
Oh, absolutely. They brew a great cup of coffee. So
That's right. Yeah. Well, we didn't even plug that. Yeah. Farm2Table Direct Coffee. All right. Awesome.
Farm2TableDirectCoffee.com.
That's
Yep.
it. Farm2Table
Okay.
Direct Coffee. It's specialty coffee, hand picked for ripeness. It's not machine picked. It's not destroyed. It's got a variety of flavors. It's packaging options. It's so easy. You place the order. You go in there, place the order for the coffee you want. It is brewed and roasted and shipped the same day. So by the time it gets to your front door, which that's where it comes to, is your door, it's as fresh as you're going to be able to get. So that's
Wonderful.
Farm2Table Direct Coffee.
awesome. Thank you guys so
Thank you.
much. And so we'll see you on the next one, and we'll go catch a few other people. But we wanted you guys to be sure and meet them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi,
I
everybody.
don't talk much.
This is Moni and Michelle here with Dirt Rooster Road, and we are at the Oklahoma Homesteading Rendezvous here in McAlester, Oklahoma. And we are going to talk to some friends today, some other channels, and we have the creators of this event on, and so we're going to just meet them. There we go.
Hi everybody.
Hi,
We have Chris and Dodge.
I'm Dodge, she's Chris.
That's true. So how long ago did you guys actually have to start and get this idea and then start?
When did you
Start
start
working.
this? In March?
I started in March of this year for this.
Really?
But we have been off-grid homesteading for 2 years now.
For 2 years.
And we traveled over, to other events, and it was too far, and our farm's not self-sustainable. So
As far we don't have anyone to stay with the animals.
yeah, and so we can't go to events and stay. So I opened my big mouth on Facebook, and
And this is what
this is what came from that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hang on just a second. Okay, so real quick, you had this thought back in March
Yep.
of this year, and you said something on Facebook about wanting to put this together.
Actually, I didn't want to put it together. I wanted someone to
Someone
put
to put
one
it-
together. And someone said to me, "You do it, we'll come."
Yes, that's what always happens.
if
You
you
have
do
an
it, it will
idea,
come.
and nobody else wants to take it. They want
Yeah.
you to do it.
So she did.
So I did.
Yeah, this is amazing. Number one, the event, the Expo Center itself, is wonderful. I
Yeah.
mean, it's huge.
It's huge.
And the vendor
80,000
spaces-
square feet.
Wow, 80,000. How many vendors ended up that were able to actually come out? And I know you had a bunch of them scheduled.
Yeah, we had a bunch scheduled. We had last minute mishaps, but I think we ended with about 70.
I don't know. To be honest, I haven't counted.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
There is a lot.
there is a lot.
And everybody's got so much space.
They do now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But, yeah, bad things turned into good things, really.
yeah. Well,
Last year.
there is always the obstacles.
Oh, yeah.
There's always so many obstacles that come with putting anything on. And but it seems like if you guys just started this in March, you guys nailed it.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it on putting everything together. I can't even imagine what all it takes.
So it wasn't even it was March when I opened my mouth, but it was April before I actually, because I did a bunch of research on nonprofits, and I did all the paperwork, and that didn't even happen until the end of April.
Yeah.
So
Wow. So you were able to just coordinate everything, and I mean the vendors, the food trucks, the facility itself, the music, the
sponsors.
and the advertising, and
This is completely sponsor drawn.
wow,
Yeah,
that is wonderful.
completely sponsor done.
Mhm.
So I can't thank them enough. We
Oh,
had so
yeah.
many.
Yeah. Well, it's wonderful. Okay, and we might not have had the greatest sound quality just a few minutes ago, but tell us about your channel, your homestead.
It's in southeast Oklahoma. We've been there. We moved to completely raw land 2 years ago.
Wow.
And now we have a house that we did ourselves.
Uh-huh.
We're actually going to build a hyper Adobe earth bag house.
Oh my.
But first we
That's
turned,
so cool.
We made a tiny house out of a shed for now.
Uh-huh.
We have the animals.
We have goats, we have Highland cow, we have horse, we have dogs, a fox.
You have a fox?
Yeah, we did have a wolf too, but he passed.
We passed.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Now is that just a feral? I mean, and he just
I bought him.
You bought
from a
him.
breeder.
Wow.
Had him from 3 weeks old. He's 9 now.
Oh my
His
goodness.
name is Mayhem.
Because he's total
That's
man.
He is
that's
total
a
Mayhem.
perfect name.
Yep.
Do you have chickens?
Yep.
We have lots of chickens.
We have lots of chickens,
Yeah, lots of eggs.
guineas.
Guineas.
I was just wondering with the fox how he handles the.
He doesn't even care about them.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess if they're fed, you take care of them like you would
Oh,
a
yeah.
dog or
He
something.
is-
They don't
Well,
get that.
We have a Pyrenees, and
Yeah.
and him and the fox play together, and I'm like, your protector plays with the fox.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
they play together. Mayhem doesn't know he's
A fox.
a
No.
fox.
So yeah, he doesn't have those instincts because he's been fed and handled and
Yeah, that's
domesticated.
What they do with them.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
took him from mothers at 5 days old.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. My. Well, you guys, we have thoroughly enjoyed it. This has been great. So we will. I just want to say yes. Here we go. This is a sign. And we just want to say that we have thoroughly enjoyed it, and we loved meeting you guys. And so we look forward to the next one.
We really enjoyed meeting y'all too. We have a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Yes.
Life on the Homestead with Hippie Cow Yay.
Yes.
And
It's not the easiest one to find
It's not.
unless you got to get that spelling and But
is.
Life on the homestead
Yeah,
with
if you do
Yippee Cow
Life on
Yay.
the Homestead,
Yeah.
it will pretty much come up, and then you can see.
Hippie
Yeah,
cow, yeah.
Yippee Cow Yay. Yes.
There it is down,
And-
down in the corner.
Right there.
Oh, wonderful. There you go, folks. That is the YouTube channel. And these are all the sponsors for this event. Such a great event.
Oh, and they've all the
Correct.
sponsors said that they would do it again next year.
And she just said, all the sponsors said that they would do this. They'll be back.
They'll be
So
back.
we'll all be back.
be back.
We were driving in town this early, coming in from the hotel, and it was like, well, I guess we're going to get used to this town. So that is wonderful. We're going to go and find some more channels and some awesome people, and we appreciate it so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
you
you.
guys. Okay.
Red Dirt Rooster Road. This is our first
I was wondering. I was like, 50
He never really was a